I'm Jeanne. Today, I'll be providing you with tips and news to help improve your housing situations, presented by TOLA Standards. Our goal is to teach you best practices for better housing. Learn all about your housing rights, responsibilities, and available resources. Keep in mind, this is not legal advice and strictly for informational purposes only. Today's tips will focus on moving in and moving out of an apartment. TOLA tip number 1, use a move-in checklist. When moving into a unit, always make sure you document housing conditions, and if the home needs repair, get those states in writing. Landlords, that's beneficial for you too. TOLA tip number 2, broom swept condition. When you're moving out of a unit, leave the house in broom swept condition. Remove all of your personal items and consult your move-in checklist to fill out the move-out section. TOLA tip number 3, returning of security deposits. Did you know, according to the New York State Housing Stability and Tenant Protection Act of 2019, New York State tenants should receive their security deposit back within 14 days of moving out. And if there are deductions, they must be itemized. Well, those are all the tips for today, but stay tuned for the news in just a sec. And if you wish to learn more, please make sure you go like our Facebook page and join our Facebook TOLA Standards discussion group. Any questions or concerns, please post a comment and we'll get right back to you. Next up in the news, in landlord-tenant news, according to MSN.com, landlords were lining up to evict hundreds of Tampa Bay, Florida tenants once their governor-issued executive order expires. Cases were flowing into the courts as landlords were waiting for the order to end. Even though this order is in place for tenants, attorneys were unclear as to the next steps between local, federal, and state levels. In Hillsborough County, an administrative order exists allowing the sheriff's office to not issue writs of possession, which is the final step in eviction, while this is not the case in the neighboring county of Pinellas. Nationwide, the CARES Act protects tenants living in Section 8 housing or housing that receives government backing. And not to worry, Western New York, the CARES Act is a national act, so if you are in this circumstance, this applies to you. It's important that landlords and tenants here in Western New York work together to avoid these problems. There are several assistance programs for both landlords and tenants. I'm going to tell you about one assistance program out there for landlords. It's through the Empire State Development New York Forward Loan Fund. Landlords with less than 50 rental units are eligible for this assistance loan. This is a new economic recovery loan program aimed at supporting New York State small businesses, nonprofits, and small landlords as they reopen after the COVID-19 outbreak. Pre-applications for this fund are already open. This is not first come, first serve, as applications will be reviewed on a rolling basis as regions and industries reopen. Well, I sincerely hope that you've enjoyed our content today. And as always, please make sure you subscribe and like our TOLA Standards Facebook page. For more information, please go visit there. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you join in again.